Say that again. Say it again. Come on.
It's not my fucking problem.
Not my fucking problem.
No.
Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction. Of course, we are checking out The Flash, Season 7, Episode 7, Growing Pains. The Ghost... Are you copying me over there? The Ghost is off camera. Are you going to be able to stay up this whole time? Unlike before, when you're off camera, you fall asleep?
I'm going to try.
You're going to try?
I'm not feeling tired right now, so...
Something might change,
feeling
though.
positive. Mm-hmm. I just don't look the best, so I'm not on camera.
It's so good. She watched the one with the 90s, the last week's episode before this one. What did you think of that episode overall?
It was strange. I honestly wasn't a huge fan.
No? Did you like the fact that when they all were in different time periods, like Joe walks in?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Chester, but that moment with his dad.
Revealing that his dad dies the next day after the loop. Yeah.
And like his dad was just trying to help his son, like not being a piece of shit like he thought he was doing. Yeah.
He learned it.
That was kind of cute. That was a cute moment.
The way I had saw it was he learned a different perspective of his father. He would not have known if he never got to talk to him as he is now. Because as a kid, you see it one way, but now he can actually talk to his dad, who doesn't recognize him as his son. It's a different conversation.
And I liked how, like they all had the different decade costume on. Joe walks in later. Frost is still wearing...
He's like, are we in a loop again?
She's still wearing the costume because she likes it.
How do you feel about her with the liaison? She's like, whatever.
I really hope Joe can convince her that she's changed.
I don't know.
I don't think he'll be able to, but I really hope he's able to.
Now, there's something people are brought up. I didn't mention it in the reaction last week, but someone brought this up. A couple people did. Do you think the Speed Force embodiment, Nora, something's up with her? A little fishy? Some of the things she was doing in last week's episode? Because some people pointed out saying there might be something up with her.
Like what?
Like she's just acting a little odd. Like certain things she's saying, and the whole thing about Dion, the Still Force guy we got introduced in the 90s episode, who can control time, how she's been claiming she was attacked by the Strength Force and the Sage Force, those two forces. Why didn't Dion? Which like, well, he probably didn't know I existed or I survived.
He would have known she existed. Oh yeah, that is.
So do you think that's kind of So I don't know.
I didn't really notice anything different about it, but now that you bring in like that up,
yeah, people are bringing stuff up.
That is weird.
So maybe something's up. So are you ready to get into this episode and see what it's all about? So I think this is what they're calling the mid-season finale.
What was it called again? Because I was too busy trying to mimic.
Oh, mimic me? Growing Pains. I don't know. Doesn't sound too good with the word pain in it. So, you ready? Let's go.
Bobby Flay has got nothing on Nora. You know,
Bobby Flay?
Is he cameoing? Kidding. Uh-oh.
You know, in a weird way, it's like you've been a part of this family all along.
Something's up with him.
Are you okay? If you need me, I'll sense it, and I'll be there.
She'll sense it. She'll be there.
I'm gonna find Kramer, and I'm gonna kick her ass. No, you're...
Okay.
I know this isn't fair, but it's our best option right now.
She's not gonna listen, though.
Holy baby girl.
Whoa.
What happened here?
Looks like Killer Frost is busy.
Yep. I figured that's where she was gonna go.
You're our new technical consultant on Metahuman Affairs. What's your take on all this?
Well...
It's not Killer Frost? Or excuse me, Frost?
You seem to know a lot about her powers.
Yeah, I've worked her crime scenes. And she's never killed anyone.
In order to address the city's long-standing metahuman problems, we need to keep public safety in mind.
Agreed.
Good.
We can't let Kramer arrest Frost.
No.
You don't think I know that?
Imagine they did. She'd fight.
So what do we say?
I'm gonna do 12 miles.
12 miles?
You think I can't tell when someone's lying? Plus, there's no way he'd stay put here.
Hello.
Have you been there the whole time?
She admires you.
Wait, with Kramer?
Oh. Oh.
I like her.
She needs to stop doing that.
Look,
So in light of the violence at Iva Labs this morning, the Central City Police Department is offering a $100,000 reward
He's all now.
Walker. It's the same commercial again. Oh!
Nice sear fight.
What?
Ooh.
Ricochet ice.
That's cool.
Really? We don't need this.
Oh, yeah.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Frost is safe at Star Labs right now.
No, she's not. She's not Star Labs at all.
This much data? It's gonna take all night. Cool, but scary.
I can feel how frustrated you are.
My God.
I didn't lose the data that was supposed to clear Frost. You did. By being here.
I was only trying to help.
Hey, I didn't ask for any. Guys, maybe we should take 5? Porter. Hey, what's going on?
Kramer's got a location on Killer Frost. They're gonna
Oh, shit. That doesn't look good. Because if they know where she is, like, oh, she's breaking into someplace?
Footprint.
Ah, the footprint.
I have a warrant for your arrest. What's the charge? Kramer just has
Oh?
and hold your positions around the perimeter. What is going on?
Would you turn around, please?
Really?
What? What?
What? How could Joe do
There
this?
must be a plan.
How did she know to come after me?
Did you give her a false tip?
It was an anonymous tip. Which means either somebody got very lucky.
This ain't how law enforcement's supposed to work.
Yeah. I thought maybe Joe was trying to
Talk to Kramer.
had a plan and he had no.
I lied. Now take cover. Oh, don't you dare. You're in there because of me. I'm here because Kramer has some sort of grudge against you, okay? This isn't fair. You shouldn't have to go through this. Neither should you.
It's not, but they'll clear her name and they'll move on, right?
I figured out who framed us. Now I'm gonna go figure out why. No.
Or who?
Hey.
It's good that she's not wrecking him out.
Maybe I shouldn't have invited her to stay here.
No, it was...
Well, Barry seemed kind of like, I don't know.
He's got a lead on the new ice meta.
Are we gonna find out who it is?
I got it. Artificial dark matter. That means the
Artificial.
killer that we're after isn't a meta. That was fast.
So, Mark,
So it was him.
give me one good reason why I shouldn't live up to my name.
See, I already had the chip. I just needed one final thing.
Mm.
A neurogenic scan of you to perfectly replicate your powers. Have you ever even heard of hypothermia? It doesn't matter.
Okay.
The paramedic saved you, and now you're obsessed with refrigerators. I get it.
No, you don't. You can call me Chill Blade.
Okay. This makes more sense. This makes more sense. I like how they're different. Very different in terms of...
You fight like a boy.
You fight like a boy. Oh. Oh shit. I can't believe that actually happened.
So much strength. So much power.
Actually, Chill Blade. Come out with your hands raised. You have 2 minutes to comply. Killer Frost. There's nowhere to go.
I still like that. It's so cool.
1 minute. We can hide you somewhere while we figure this out.
She has to
right?
face the
But if you're
consequences.
a fugitive, I can't let you do that. Jails do not make better people. They're hell. You cannot do this.
Hopefully she doesn't go to jail.
How does Caitlin feel about it all?
I'm not sure. I think she was just...
Probably mixed, because
Frost having her own body.
Frost was gonna fight all this, and now she gave herself up.
I know. Here's something else now, something new.
After credit scene? No? Oh, come on. Well, there you have it. Frost gave herself up. Quite surprising. Chill Blaine. I think that's how I pronounce that. I remember they had announced that that character was coming, so here he was. I should have seen it coming, but then again, it didn't click. What did you think of the episode, honey?
That was good.
Good?
Yep.
She's falling asleep a little bit there. at a point. This is, I guess, considered the mid-season finale because now the show's going on a break for a couple weeks. It didn't really feel like a mid-season finale. It felt like more of like just progressing the story as is. You know, it didn't really feel like it was a big step in terms of like, we're going to do a bunch of stuff. I was expecting an after-credits scene. Didn't happen.
It's mid-season finale. Why would they even...
Well, I would expect it. Didn't the mid-season finale reveal that Nora was talking to Reverse Flash in season 5? Remember?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I was expecting something to happen, but it didn't happen.
Nothing's going on like that.
Well, not yet. You know, these new forces or whatever. Yeah. I'm not really sure. What'd you think of Nora running around and trying to help, and then causing Barry to like go crazy? You're tired of her?
Yeah.
You want her to leave forever, never come back? Bye. That's negative, honey. That's negative. I mean, she was being overprotective. She's like, well, because...
I mean, it's not really his mom.
True.
So, bye.
So, bye. Gone.
Bye.
Farewell. Nothing.
Bye.
I understand her point, but I understood Barry's frustration because he's like... He's trying to... He can't control himself. Like, when she first shows up at the crime scene where they think it's Frost and it's actually this Chillblaine guy... He freaks out and runs off, and then he runs into this liaison's car. He's like, "What are you doing, Barry?" "Oh, I'm footprints." Dingus. Dingus. That liaison is a piece of crap. And I thought there was some sort of like plan, because when the liaison shows up, you're not getting those toys.
Come here.
She's trying to get toys. When the liaison shows up to Caitlin's apartment, I thought Joe had made an anonymous call or said something, and they're going there as a plan to divert the liaison.
No.
They didn't even tell you who called. Like, someone had anonymous source. Well, no, it was Chillblaine. Chillblaine called. But I was thinking, like, who called? Okay, so that makes sense. It was Chillblaine. He was all... And then, of course, Frost has a little flirting thing with him, and, of course, you thought it was really... He took his shirt off, like, ooh, like, we don't need this.
Frost needed it.
No, she did not need it.
Yes, she did.
She needed to find who was framing Caitlyn. She needed to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, the guy that she was flirting with.
Although it wasn't the liaison, which...
I was waiting for it to be the liaison.
It would have been... I think it would have been nice.
Do you think there's more to her than just her being a liaison?
Probably.
I hope so, because I feel like if she's just a one-note liaison and she's going after Frost,
But
it's like, all right, I guess, but couldn't you add more layers to her? I don't know.
Her story's done.
Her story's just done. Reminds me of the whole... Anyways, so Barry really didn't do a lot in this episode besides just being... He wasn't really the Flash much this episode, except for his powers going crazy and stuff.
I didn't like that.
You didn't? Well, I kind of like...
It made me think, like, when his hands were going like that, Reverse Flash when he...
Oh, like when he did the chest? Yeah, that's a point. I kind of liked how he was just more of, like, being the... Like, at his job, because we don't hardly see that at all. And it's something a part of his life, but we just don't see it hardly. So I like the fact that we were seeing that. I noticed it was obvious Cisco wasn't in this episode. They brought it up that Cisco and Camilla were, like, out of town or something, or they were away. It's like, come on, I wanted Cisco. But I don't know. I like when Cisco's on the show. Cisco, I think, really just elevates everything.
It's better than Chester.
I think Chester's fine. Now, I really enjoyed that scene where we had Killer Frost. She was about to break Caitlyn out of her being in that holding room, which by you said, there's no cameras. Nobody's recording. Nobody's watching. Of course, no one heard that phone conversation. That's a good point.
In a current day...
Yeah.
Like
Law & Order SVU, they're always listening and always watching.
There's a two-way mirror.
Yeah. And this, I guess Central City doesn't have that perk, I guess.
Yes, it should.
They should, but they don't apparently. But that scene was really cool of Killer Frost saying, get away from the North Wall. And they're like, no. And they talked her down. I thought she was actually going to break them out and cause even more damage and more trouble for her. That's what I was waiting to happen, but it didn't happen. I was quite surprised, but like they subverted my expectations up. I'm thinking Killer Frost, she's going to do this. She is going to break Caitlyn out because she's being protective of Caitlyn, and Caitlyn should not be in cuffs. Yeah. And they put meta cuffs on Caitlyn when she's not a meta. but they had to make it seem like
She's just a scientist.
yeah. That fight between Chillblain and Frost was awesome. They really had two different abilities, like his cold abilities and her actual meta ice abilities.
I like which kid
Different
that
color
big
and all that kind of stuff.
icicle.
Oh yeah, the big icicle. Yes, you want to be in this review?
She wants to talk.
Okay, so what do you think of the episode, Lucy? What'd you think of the episode? 10 out of 10? Did you like the Frost angle? Did you think Frost was actually going to like turn herself in? I was quite surprised by that. I really hope that turns out okay. I mean, she's pleading guilty.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on with that. She's pleading guilty. Lucy, do you believe that? She's pleading guilty. Who would have thought it? Don't fall. Trying to think what else specifically. Well, Allegra, of course, was trying to cover for Frost. Why was she working out, by the way? Was that all just a ploy? Just to pretend?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. That was kind of weird.
She's gonna ride 12 miles.
I'm trying to do a review over here. But the Chester was like telling her, if you want to talk and just talk your thoughts out or whatever. I thought that was like, is Chester trying to flirt with Frost right now? That's what I thought. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we're forgetting. And Iris really didn't do much in this episode besides just get the pep talk, of course, to Barry. And you're tired of pep talks? It's kind of the formula of the show, though.
I know, but just stop.
I get it.
At a certain point, like, just stop.
At a certain point, do we all need pep talks? Maybe not every episode. I don't know. But then it's like a thing to where, like, they were explaining throughout the episode, Nora, this embodiment of the Speed Force Nora is very different than what she was before. And I think something's up. I think something's up with her. I'm not sure, because that overprotectiveness might be a scene of where she's trying to see how much he's affected by her. But now he's not like, oh, I'm not facing anymore. Like, I'm not shaking. So, I don't know. And then, because, see, I was expecting an after-credit scene when the last thing was said to, in the episode before the
You didn't get your after credits.
the thing. I know, I was saying before, is like he said, let's stop the other three forces. And she's just in like, she goes, like she does a deep breath. And I was expecting something to happen.
I mean, I guess something about the forces would have been good after credit scene, but
Then nothing happened.
not everything needs an after credit scene.
We need it. We need it. It could have been awesome. It could have been great. They could have had me in the after credit scene. Me going, oh my god!
They could have me sleeping, but they didn't do that.
You sleeping? The ghost sleeping is a good after credit scene? No. Here's the after credit scene. You're like they keep cutting to you randomly throughout the episode, and then the after credit scene, you wake up, and you do like that. You sleep with this. Dun dun dun, and then your eyes like glow like purple, your favorite color, and it's like, oh shit, she's the fifth force, because there's four forces, right? Speed, Sage, Still, and Strength.
Sleep.
You're the sleep force. Oh.
Make everybody around me sleep.
Yeah. So overall, I think it was a pretty solid episode. Great action. The whole framing of Frost, it makes sense because now the liaison, of course, this guy is learning all this information, so he's trying to... But I was kind of hoping it was somebody else and not Chillblain, because I'm like, okay, who's framing Caitlin? I think it'd be more personal if it was the liaison who was... I think it would have been more interesting, but that's just me. So, what'd you guys think of the episode of The Flash? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you have, let me know in the comments below, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Peace. You're not sleeping.
Out.
Good.